Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, LeFleur, LeFibre, where we talk about all things vintage and antique. Now, today we're going to have an important discussion on, is it real or is it repro? Figuring this out is so important, whether you're, collecting, if you're getting started in collecting, whether you have a collection that maybe you've inherited or picked up from a friend and you're going to build it, you need to know what you're looking for. One of the greatest sources I have found online is a site called realorrepro.com, and it says it is your online source for identifying fakes and reproductions from your friends at Ruby Lane. Shout out to Ruby Lane for this. So on realorrepro.com, I found a wonderful article called Kerosene Glass Lamps Separating New from Old and Mark, please forgive me if I'm going to mispronounce your name, Mark Chervenka. I think it is Chervenka. Anyway, this article is fabulous, and he talks about how to spot and identify vintage, actual authentic kerosene lamps when you are estate sailing, antique hunting, at a thrift store, at an antique store. Just, you could be in grandma's attic. Do you know what you're looking for? Do you know what you're looking at? Is it authentic? Could it be a reproduction? Does this mean that reproductions have absolutely no value? Absolutely not. I'm not claiming that. What I'm just saying is it might be important to know if you're collecting. If you're picking up pieces just because you like the style or you like the color, you like the look, then ignore what I'm going to say. It doesn't matter. It simply doesn't matter who made it. But if you're looking for authentic pieces from a time period, then it is important to take a moment and try to find, some history and some background on what you're seeing and what you're looking for. So at hand is what you will find online. A lot of people refer to as a Findlay kerosene lamp, specifically from even the 1800s, they'll say Findlay kerosene. But the biggest point I can mention here is true Findlay kerosene lamps were only produced in green and clear color combinations. They did not produce pink depression glass kerosene lamps. So if you see any other color of a beaded sweetheart, sometimes referred to as a queen heart or king of hearts, if you see this beaded sweetheart style kerosene lamp anytime you're out, if you see it in any other combination besides green or clear, it's a reproduction. So there's your first tip. That's the best tip I can give you. I do have a second physical tip to share. We're going to take a quick look at the top of this piece. If you look around the top, you can see adhesive up and through here, where the collar of the top here meets the top of the lamp. And if we shine, let's just shine a flashlight on it, you can see, I'm trying not to blind you, you can see that adhesive. I don't know how anybody would ever get kerosene in this, quite honestly, because you'd have to take the adhesive off, at least that part. So we know there's adhesive there, but let's check this other place. Let's check down here. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Can we see any adhesive with our regular flashlight around this midsection, let's go over here, of this lamp, where the top of the lamp meets the base in this colored section? And I don't really see any with my naked eye. I don't really want to turn it without supporting it, but I do think I see some, but it's hard to tell, right, with the wick in there. So here's a trick to that. I suggest everyone pick up a 395 UV light. I'm going to shine it. You can see. This is going to detect many things that we will talk about. But today it's going to help us detect adhesive on lamps. So let's go back to our top with this adhesive. And let's just shine this in here. And we can, let me turn this. Let's go back up to our top. And do you see how when I shine that UV, my 395, and it has to be a 395, Do you see when I shine it? It detects that adhesive on the top of this lamp. Now, let's check underneath here with this. Let's turn this just a little bit. What do we see there? With our 395, we've detected adhesive adhering the top and bottom sections of this lamp together. So now we have confirmed, not just by color is an authentic piece or a reproduction piece, but we've confirmed by using a 395 UV light that there is indeed adhesive at this collar section. And that is our second clue that this is a reproduction piece. So while beautiful, excuse me, in its own right, and it is a nice piece, it is indeed a reproduction.